Okay, the best way that I can teach you this lesson is to show you a diagram so that you can see the relationship. So this lesson is on cellular respiration and photosynthesis. So let's start first to our left. Okay, so this is a chloroplast. And if you remember from the last video that chloroplast are the organelles that are in plant cells, and this is the site of photosynthesis. Now, as you see, in order for photosynthesis to take place, to occur, you are going to first need the sun. You're going to need that light energy. And the plant will also need carbon dioxide and water. So if you don't know what those are, CO2 is carbon dioxide and water. So once you have the sun's energy, carbon dioxide and water, there are processes that take place inside this chloroplast, and we're not going to get into those details. But what comes out of it, so carbon dioxide, water, and the sun's energy is then changed to glucose, which is what this is, C6H12O6, and oxygen. So plants produce, during photosynthesis, they produce glucose, which is sugar, and oxygen. Guess who needs that? Us. And also, the glucose the plants use for their own food. So plants make their own food, and I think you've heard that in previous grades, by making glucose. Then, as you see the relationship, here's the mitochondria. This is what we have, which plant cells do too, but the plant cells don't use it for the same thing. So we have the mitochondria. Make sure you know it. So this is where cellular respiration takes place. This is us. So we need oxygen and we need glucose for cellular respiration to take place. And if you think about our yeast lab, what did our yeast need to grow? It needed sugar. So sugar and oxygen are needed for cellular respiration to take place. And then what happens is inside the mitochondria, cellular respiration takes place, and what comes out of it is water, carbon dioxide, and energy. And then the cycle continues. So, going back, photosynthesis will need carbon dioxide, water, and the sun. What comes out is glucose and oxygen. Glucose and oxygen are needed for cellular respiration to take place. Out of cellular respiration, you get energy, water, and carbon dioxide, and the cycle continues. Now, one thing I want you to think about, we already know that, we need oxygen, so that's one thing you can remember. We also need sugar, we need food, but we can't make our own food, so we get it from plants. And if you really think about it, whenever you eat a hamburger comes from cow eats the grass. That's where it ultimately comes from. But after we get our oxygen and our glucose and we produce water and carbon dioxide, I wanted to tell you a way to remember that. So you can put your hands in front of your face and blow, and you're feeling that hot breath. But what you're also feeling is moisture, and that's water. So that's one way that you can remember that we produce carbon dioxide and water. So that's about it. Go ahead and study this diagram and make sure that it makes sense, because you are going to need to know the relationships. If you have any questions, let me know.